it had an effect. You mentioned family there. I mean, the awful incident with your daughter.
I'd rather you not talk about that.
You don't want to talk about
Yes, don't talk about that, Dermot, all right? Yes, talk about me.
Okay, I'll talk about you. In terms of boxing, I mean, it was mentioned at the weekend, you may be thinking of boxing again.
No, that's not true. Who told you that?
Read you were on the stage with Don King in Las Vegas.
Who am I going to fight? Look, I'm 43 years old, I'm fat, and I'm overweight. Who am I going to fight? Really, be honest.
Well,
George Foreman? Huh? No, I'm not interested in doing that. You know, I'm not going to do that.
Well, George, I mean, no, but seriously, George made a comeback at 45, quite successful, won a title.
I'm not going to be that successful. I'm not going to be successful. I'm not. I'm just not that guy. I don't love this stuff no more. I don't love this boxing stuff no more.
I mean, you're still involved, I know, in boxing. I mean, do you keep an eye on the modern boxers?
No, I don't know anybody but Pacquiao and these guys, Floyd Mayweather. But I just know the creme de la creme. I don't know the up-and-coming guys.
Yeah, I was wondering if you know David Hay, who was the last boxer I talked to, British boxer. He's fighting this giant value of the Russian. He's fighting him in Germany. As a smaller boxer yourself in terms of stature, how do you take on these big guys with a big reach?
I don't know. It's not necessarily the size of the guy. You know what I mean? It's basically the spirit and the competitive in his heart. You know, if a guy wants to fight, he could be 4'2" and fight a guy 6'9". You know, if you want to fight, you're going to fight and you're going to do well. That's just the average of law here in the game of boxing. If you really want to do it, you're going to do well.
But would you say, I mean, your style, we all saw it, was get in, maybe take some hits, but get in, go direct, and get those killer punches in as quick as you can?
I don't know. It depends on how Hayes' psychological opinion is about the other fighter. It's all about the other fighter's psychological opinion of the other fighter. If this guy feels this guy is beatable, he's beatable.
Tell me about Muhammad Ali. He came to one of your first big fights, didn't he? Trevor Berbick.
Yeah.
What did that mean to you as a young fighter?
You know, I was pretty much psyched and excited that this guy knows my name. You know, this guy's a living legend. He knew my name, and I was pretty excited. But I had the opportunity to have an engagement with Mr. Muhammad Ali when I was around 10 years old. I was in a reformatory, and he came and he visited, and I shook his hand.
And that makes a difference. Do you remember that, and that made a difference to you?
Yeah.
Because I know that's the kind of difference you're trying to make now. Well, I mean, you're concerned, aren't you, about kids getting involved early on in crime and violence, and there is another path.
There is another path, but the reality of life is, you know, we're on your show, and we can say beautiful things, but the reality of life, if you take 100 kids from the inner city, only one is going to make it, or two are going to make it. That's just the average of success in those fields. You know, they have so many other distractions.
As an African American, I mean, you obviously keep an eye on politics, and the election of Barack Obama almost exactly a year ago was seen as an amazing thing around the world. Do you think it brings more hope to America in terms specifically about racial integration?
No, I'm a strong believer that I just believe that race is just an insignificant form of just some kind of power structure, and it's always going to be racism. Racism is never going to stop. Blacks have been enslaved for 500 years. Now that we have a black president after 500 years, things have changed? No. We still have black people being thrown in jail and minorities at an alarming rate where they have to build new prisons. You know, it hasn't changed. It's exciting for my son to see that. My son has a different opinion of that. My son has more confidence than I have because of Barack Obama, you know? And my confidence is sky high. And just think my son is 11 years old, and he has more confidence and belief in me that he could be president. I never believed I could be president, but he believes he could be president.
It's the symbolism. But yeah. as a Muslim, a man who's converted to, what do you think about some of the foreign adventures that the United States are involved in? I think particularly of Iraq and Afghanistan.
Well, listen, I'm not much too politically inclined with that stuff because I'm not a professional. I don't know anything about that. I can't tell these guys what to do. These guys are professionals in what they do. You know, do I like it sometimes? No. Do I have personal opinions about it? Yes. Because I'm a Muslim? Yes. Do I think, do we have extremists that are Muslims and that are dangerous and need to be eradicated? Yes. Do we have Christians who are extremists that need to be eradicated, that blows up buildings too? Yes. We need to get rid of both of the extremists because we can't exist in a world of extremists.
And let's end on boxing. There are some that say you were the best because of the style of your fighting, the way you exploded onto the boxing scene so young. Who would you rate as the best?
I don't know. I think there's a lot of fighters. It's a matter of opinion that who you like. I like Larry Holmes. I like a lot of guys. I don't express myself. To me, being the best is not that important no more. You know what I mean? When you're a little kid, being the best is important. Now I'm at the stage where I want to feed my kids. I want to take care of my kids. I want them to go to Ivy League college if they choose to want to go to. That's what I want to do now. So that's what I'm basically embark on now.
Yeah, and make yourself available to the fans. Do you know where we can see, I know you've just stepped off the flight, jet lag presumably. Do you know where we can see you first here in the UK?
I have the slightest idea. I don't know what's going on. As you were saying,
we will find out, yeah, and we will put it on screen, but it's great to have you here in the United Kingdom. It's great to have you here on Sky News. Mike Tyson, thank you very much indeed. It's been a pleasure having you. Cheers. Ouch.